Almost 50 years since the hapless hotelier Basil Fawlty made his television debut in the hit BBC series, which would, of course, go on to be voted one of the best British programmes of all time.
Well, now the show's lead actor, John Cleese, has adapted the series to create a new 2-hour stage performance with some tweaks reflecting changing tastes in comedy. Our correspondent, Ali Price, has more.
This smack on head.
Is it the funniest British sitcom of all time?
Perhaps it's a dream.
They only made 12 half-hour episodes of Fawlty Towers, leaving audiences wanting more. And at the Apollo Theatre last night, that's what they got.
I'm afraid most of the people we get in here don't understand a Bordeaux from a claret.
A Bordeaux is a claret.
The play is based on 3 of the most loved TV episodes.
I'm afraid this is corked.
I just uncorked it. Didn't you see me?
The hotel inspectors, the Germans, and another episode called Communication Problems.
Well, may I ask what you were expecting to see out of a Torquay hotel bedroom window? Sydney Opera House, perhaps? The hanging gardens of Babylon? Herds of wildebeest sweeping majestically?
Just enjoying your performance very, very much.
Thank you so much.
John Cleese isn't in it this time, but he's written this stage adaptation and has been on hand to offer his help and support to the next generation Basil.
If you could do it just a little bit better.
Better.
Do you think you could do it better?
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And funny, of course.
Of course.
So does he mind not performing?
People assume it's going to be art, but it isn't really. I think in some strange way, I kind of separate myself into sort of performer and writer. When I'm looking at other people doing the lines, I laugh again and again.
Basil?
Ellie Price, BBC News.
Well, we are joined now by Adam Jackson-Smith, who plays the role of Basil Fawlty. Morning to you. No pressure, then, taking on that role.
Good morning. No, none at all. Absolutely fine.
Did you feel that weight of history on your shoulders to be as funny as possible?
To be honest, I tried to approach it as I would any other acting job and approach it kind of inside out. So I tried to approach it as an actor, looking at the character and doing it that way. But I mean, it would be churlish to say that I didn't recognise there was a certain pressure involved in taking on Basil.
Well, particularly when John Cleese is telling you to just do a bit better.
Yeah, a bit better, a little bit funnier, a little bit quicker. No, he's been great. He's been really good. And all of his direction has been really subtle and really intuitive and really, really useful.
Adam, good morning to you. It's Charlie here. And I'm looking very carefully at the room behind you. I understand you're in the theatre at 9 o'clock in the morning. Is that right? Is this your dressing room?
It's just how I live my life. Yeah, I'm here every morning, 9 a.m. Learning my lines, working hard.
Eagle-eyed viewers, Adam, will have noticed, I think it was the first night last night, eagle-eyed viewers will be noticing a little bottle of beer behind you there. Was there a little celebration of some kind?
That is a little bottle of Baby Sham that was a gift from one of the cast members. There was a celebration. It was great. It was really lovely meeting everyone who came to see the press night show.
So I'm listening to you very carefully, Adam, and clearly you are an actor, which is why you don't sound like Basil Fawlty when you're talking normally. Can I ask you to do the dreadful thing at, 9 o'clock in the morning of an actor? And have you got a favourite Basil line that works particularly well kind of in isolation? Because everybody's got their favourite lines, haven't they?
Absolutely. I mean, I suppose one of my favourite bits in the piece is there's a moment of calm with Basil and Sybil where I get to sit down, which is really lovely in the show. And yeah, I get to sit there and I say, well, that was fun, wasn't it, dear? The odd moment like that. It was almost worth staying alive for, isn't it? Almost. Quite like that.
Did you draw any...
I recognise that feeling, actually.
Adam, did you draw any... You must have looked at the character a lot. People have mixed views of whether Basil was a monster, or whether he was, downtrodden, whether he was a victim. Where have you ended up in the Basil analysis?
I think that's a great question. I always defend Basil, I think. I maintain that he is fundamentally, his heart is in the right place and he is desperately trying to do the right thing in every situation. He's just
do you think he's possibly in the wrong job?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think something that is not public facing at all, I think would suit Basil ideally, yeah.
I suppose what was funny about it at the time was that UK hospitality and hoteliers often could be a little bit fed up, a little bit miserable. One would hope that things have moved forward quite a lot, as has the tone of some comedy that may not be considered politically correct in 2024. Did there have to be lots of tweaks in terms of appropriateness?
So there weren't lots of tweaks. There were definitely tweaks. Obviously, anyone who's familiar with the original series would be aware that there is language that obviously you just wouldn't use in 2024. But again, I think a lot of people remember Fawlty Towers, or they remember the Germans episode. That's probably one of the most iconic episodes. And I think people possibly misremember Basil as being slightly xenophobic, where again, if I come from a place where Basil's actually trying to do the right thing, he's actually trying to give the German guests as best a time as possible and just failing horribly. So yeah, we did have to tweak a few things, but fundamentally it's very similar.
And Adam, in amongst the brilliant lines and the plot lines and whatever, John Cleese's character and the performance was hugely physical, wasn't it? It was a really, really physical performance. And do you replicate that on stage? And I'm guessing probably hard work, literally night after night.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm really looking forward to July and August when it's going to be very warm in this theatre, and I'm not sure it's possible to sweat any more than I already am, but
it's the cardigans, right? That's what's going to keep you warm. It's always cardigans, right?
The cardigans, exactly, yeah. They're lovely, very fetching, but
you
quite
wouldn't
warm.
necessarily think that of it, but we've just been watching some of the footage as we've been chatting to you, and it is really high energy.
Yeah, well, he's just in a state of
Yes.
tension the whole time. Like, everything is a struggle, and he does lots of weeping and crying and sort of raging around. So yeah, it's great fun, but it is physical for sure.
So, what, you're going to go to sleep now in your dressing room? But you've got a lot of time to kill. When's the performance? What, till 7?
We've actually got a matinee today, so we've got 2 shows today. So yeah, I'll probably go for a run, maybe go to the gym. I'm going to go to bed.
Look, lovely to catch up with you. Thank you very much, and congratulations on the first night. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Cheers, take care.
Thanks so much. So it's Adam Jackson-Smith taking off the iconic role of Basil Fawlty on the West End stage.
I always
Fantastic.
thought Basil was more victim than villain.
Oh, well, you would.